Here we are, folks. Right back like I left something. Getting you guys a real good in-depth look at DC Icon's Batman. This Batman is modeled after the Rebirth series in the comic books. To give you a quick reference, this is what they're modeling this DC Icon's Batman after. The Batman Rebirth in the comics. Front of the package looks like this here. Side of the box, you get this. He is number 27 in that DC Icons line. 2 in this wave. Unlike other previous waves, you get 4. This time you get 2. So it's just Batman and Superman this time around. The side of the box like this has the Batman written on the side, and the top of the box has the Bat insignia, and the bottom you got your warnings and where it's made and so on and so forth. Children under 3 not recommended to play. Start things off, as you can notice from the front, there is no accessories. That is a bummer. But let's get them open and out of the packaging and see what it's really about. Okay, so here we are, Batman out of his packaging. Overall look, first thoughts, pretty decent. As we move in closer here, he did a pretty decent job with his face sculpt, and then the paint of his peach skin is pretty smoothly applied, not too bad. Eyes whited out. Bat symbol. It seems like it's a little scraping or scratching right there on his upper left or right, but not a huge deal. I don't know if that's coming through. Very muscular Batman we're getting this time around. You got the veins showing, as you can see here. Pretty nice. Paint smoothly applied from what I can tell. As far as in the belts, looking good. Back side, flip the cape open. Very nice muscular back there. Looks like they got a little hiccup right there on the back of that belt. Yeah, looks like a little paint fault there. Again, like I said, that may just be my copy. Make sure you look yours over if you plan on getting them, or if you do have them. Back of the legs looks pretty smooth. Pretty smoothly applied. Don't see any real major splotches or other than what we've seen on that belt. The boots looking great. I like the tread that they have here on the boots, the all-terrain bat boots, looking pretty nice. Yeah. And the kneecaps, looks like they have a what do you call it, like a knee pads right there on those caps, which looks pretty decent. Alright, the back of the cape is purple, just like it is in the comic book. They detailed this Batman exactly the way he is in the comic book, so I can give a con for that, and a kudos for DC Icons for getting that right. But what I don't like right off of the bat, let's just get to it. There are no weapons. No batarang, no shurikens, no bat gun, nothing. Just Batman, no extra hands, just Batman with 2 closed fists. It's a good thing that these fists can come off, because I myself have different Batmans. But if you don't have another Batman or other Batmans that you can switch out for open hands, then already that's leaving you at a disadvantage. And DC Icons should have did better with that. Now, this is the same Batman from the 7-pack with the Justice League. Same Batman. If you have that 7-pack, guess what? You have this Batman. They did say, DC Collectibles did say that they was going to release every figure single-cardedly. I myself thought that they would come with weapons, but I was wrong. So let's move on next, and let's get into the articulation, shall we? All right. So now, as far as articulation goes, it's not that bad, and it's not also the greatest either. But to walk you through it, he can look up a bit. His head is on a ball. He can look up a bit. Can look down that much there. He has the side to side. He can do a 360 as well. Side to side motion here. His shoulders do come up above 90, which is really good, because this cape is actually really really pliable, and it doesn't hinder or get in the way at all. Unlike Supergirl's cape a little bit does. You can actually fold this cape up like this here, and it'll stay. So you could probably simulate, oh, the leg, we'll get to that one, but it's supposed to do that. Oh, you can probably simulate Batman coming down, right, on a shot. You can simulate him coming down. You know, if you want to get a shot like that of him, you know, coming down from the ceiling, or, you know, it's pretty cool that the cape is that pliable where you have that option of getting a shot like that. But he does have double jointed elbows, right? He does have a rotation right there at the upper bicep. He does have a rotation here at the wrist, and a back and forward hinge. Okay, what he has here is a diaphragm joint, and he can rotate this way that much. That's the furthest you're going to give him to rotate that way. He does not have a hinge right here at the waist, which will cause him to spin. He has that diaphragm rotation, and going to the right, you can get him that much to the side. Now his ab crunch does not go back that far at all. That's the farthest it goes back, right there. That's what you're getting out of it. And that's him standing straight up. And then going forward, with conjunction with that diaphragm joint, he goes forward about that much. That is going to be irritating. These hips, now that one popped off, these hips, as you can see, are on a ball, and you have to move it downward this way. Move it up, down, right? And they pop right in. It's not broke or anything like that. You just snap it back in. Predominantly, strength will be on my left. Snap it back in like this, and you're good to go. Now with these hips, they have that drop down function. You see that space, that gap, they have that drop down function for extra posability, just like some of your SH figures. So that drop down function is for you to drop it down so he can get that kick up, that front kick up like that there. Also the back kick with the drop down function, back kick goes back this far, but it also comes out to the side. It doesn't go straight back because of this, the mode of it, of the bat butt right there. So, but you can get it back, but it will pop out if you try to extend it a little further than what it's supposed to. All right. So you also getting double jointed knees. All right. No boot cut, and as you can see, no thigh cut. But you do get a hinge right here at the ankles, and also ankle pivot. So that is your DC Icons Batman. What they did with this figure, in my opinion, is okay. Okay at best. Could they have done a better job? Of course. Absolutely. Let's get into some height and size comparisons. So Batman is standing at 6.5 inches. Looks like it's right there on the money, 6.5 inches. That's how tall your new DC Icons Rebirth Batman figure is standing at. Okay, on your left, we have the Greg Capullo DC Designer Series Batman. That is your 0 year Batman. And then on the right, you have that newly Steppenwolf Wave Batman on your right. Now on your left, you have the Arkham Knight Batman from the Arkham Knight Wave by DC Collectibles, and to our right, farthest right, is the Multiverse Batman that came with the Collect and Connect Batarang or Batgun from Multiverse. Now here we have also from the DC Icons line, both figures starting from the left, we have John Stewart from the Green Lantern Corps, and to the farthest right we have Hal Jordan also from the Green Lantern Corps. Now here we have also two more others from the DC Icons, the newest released Supergirl from the DC Icons to the left, and I believe last year this Superman came out from DC Icons to the right. Now as you can see, Batman in the middle, he is the newer released figure. He is quite a bit taller than this Superman. So Superman's review is coming up next after this review, and if you have not checked out my Supergirl's review, go ahead and check that out and see how you would Supergirl be a good fit for your DC collection or not. And here we have Batman to the left, Harley Quinn, also from the DC Icons line, and to the far right, your DC Icons Joker. Now he does have them as far as a height advantage, which is really good because Batman is taller than the Joker, and also Harley Quinn. Batman's comic listed height, his listed height in the comics is 6'2", so scale wise this is very proportionate. Now here we go from the left, we have Slade Wilson, Deathstroke to the left, and to the far right we have Black Adam. Now as far as these two villains go, I think they're pretty decent. They're at a pretty decent height compared to Batman. Now we're going to get into some Marvel Legend height comparisons. Here you have Daredevil, I'm sorry, not Daredevil, Deadpool to your right, and to your far left, Wolverine. Now it's looking like Deadpool and Batman are lined up right. Before, they wouldn't have been. The DC Icons has raised their height by a couple of centimeters, which is getting right in scale with some of the Marvel Legends that you may or may not have. Let's take a look at some more Marvel Legends height comparisons. Okay, now here we have Black Panther to the left, far left, and to the far right we have Colossus. Of course, Colossus is going to tower over any 6.5 inch figure. But as far as if you wanted to make the DC versus Marvel, it looks like it's working out, and it's going to work out pretty well if you would like to, you know, shoot those DC versus Marvel pictures. Okay, now lastly we have your Marvel's Legends Cyclops to the far left, and your also Marvel Legends Daredevil to the far right, and in the rear with the gear, Ares from your Gladiator Hawkwave. Now, of course, Ares is a big opposing figure, just like Colossus was and is. But these are your height comparisons. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope I made your decision easy. To get or not to get is totally up to you. I appreciate everyone. Love you all. Take care of each other. Like I always say, be patient with yourself. Be patient with your hunts. And if you're patient enough, even an egg will and can grow legs. It's been your boy, Plastic Addict, with another DC Icons review of Batman. Take care.